can't start the car. Johnny has the keys.
And then the following week, I saw Jennifer Saunders on there. I was like, why weren't they just on there together? Because Dawn French was on with him, and that's her comedy partner.
Oh.
And his comedy partner was Rick Mayall, but Rick Mayall died. Anyway, it was funny seeing him. He even talked about Young Ones a bit. So Young Ones must be a cult thing over there, too. Even though, I mean, it only had, I don't even think 10 episodes, maybe 12.
Yeah. Dang it.
It only ran like one season, or maybe two over there and one over here. But they still talk about it. And of course, Jennifer Saunders and Emma Thompson, a lot of those, Stephen Fry were all on it, at least in a guest appearance or so. What's going on with you?
Nothing. I need to find
your notes.
Notes, though.
I've been listening to another great podcast. Julia Louis-Dreyfus has one. Have you heard it? I highly recommend you have Barbara listen to it. It's a great podcast for women.
Oh, she hates podcasts.
Well, it's called Smarter Than Me or something. And she basically interviews women who are older and smarter than her. And she has had, she's had Julie Andrews on there. She's had Jane Goodall on there, Carol Burnett, Sally Field. She's in her third season. And Dennis and I started listening to it on our last trip. And it's really good. It's well done. I would think she could win awards with it.
Wow. Okay.
Of course, she has producers that do all the other shit. All she has to do is do her thing.
Yeah.
And she calls her mother at the end of every episode and says, guess who I talked to today?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. It's really cool. We heard the reason we discovered it was because she was on Ina Garten's television show, Ina and Friends, where she like has a friend over and talks and cooks food or whatever. Mm-hmm. And so Ina ended up being on her show. So we listened to that. It's really good. So what you been doing? I know you've been watching tons of stuff.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, not really.
You look much clearer than me. I wonder if my camera's dirty.
Dirty old camera. Dirty, dirty, dirty.
I have a tie-dye I made at Disney World. It's got a mouse
Very
on
nice.
it.
Oh, it's got the mouse. Look at you. Did they do that on purpose? So it has to be a mouse tie-dye?
Well, that's they pre-tie the shirts for you, so you don't have to.
Yeah, you're just dipping color.
Yeah, and they got like a bazillion colors that you can use. Yeah, I made two. Dennis made a couple. He made bandanas for the dogs. I think I'm ready.
All right.
I'm ready.
I'm ready. Stop
I want to sing and dance.
No, none of that. No, sorry. I'm terribly sorry. I thought your son was a girl. Well, I can understand that.
What? The curtains?
No, not the curtains. Love that movie. Oh, man, now I got to go watch it again. Okay. Count us in 3, 2,
1. What the actual fuck?
I will be editing that.
Have you listened to any of that Mike Flanagan podcast?
I have not yet.
Okay. I told you that you don't really have to have seen the movies. And in some cases you don't because they just talk. But in some cases they do reference what's on the screen. So fortunately, I had seen pretty much all of them. I watched Pig intentionally because I wanted to see it. It's not a horror movie. It's the only non-horror movie he's done.
Mm-hmm.
And and it's great. I can see why he picked it. It's got Nicolas Cage in it, but it's good Nicolas Cage because he doesn't say a lot. Kind of like good Keanu Reeves.
Been just consuming that freaking Lovecraft thing. I could not believe I found that for free. And it's like every short story, I mean, the forward alone is like almost 45 minutes of this guy
Wow.
talking about his life and how he started and the whole history and yada yada and all this. It's really good.
What was the release date on it? Do you remember? It must be fairly recent.
Hang on, I could probably tell you though, because I was listening to it just last night. Yeah, the forward is 35 minutes long. And then there's a critical reception of Lovecraft's work treatise, which is 38 minutes, which is
I
really
used to
good
raise
'cause
hell in my English department with one of my advisors. I was like, I don't understand why you're not teaching Lovecraft. And she was like, she just blew it off.
See, I don't understand that at all. I mean, it's pretty amazing.
They teach Poe because Poe wrote poetry.
Well, and Lovecraft did to some. Oh, but it's really, you should listen to it. But anyway, he says he has an entire thing on its Kalulu is the correct pronunciation according to Lovecraft. Not Cthulhu. There's no TH, it's Kalulu. And it was very interesting because he goes, okay, I'm going to have to talk about it because I know you guys will try to correct me. Here's the real thing. And he talks about Poe not Poe, but Lovecraft 2 different times said, this is the correct pronunciation.
Where's that recorded?
Where's what? It recorded?
I said, where is that recorded?
I don't know what he used to support that. He read the thing where Lovecraft said it. So.
I mean, I would think Robert Bloch would be out there somewhere saying it.
True that.
But Robert Bloch was only a kid when they corresponded. He was very young.
I can't find it. It's called The Essential Lovecraft. And it even talks about Lovecraft Country and everything else in the lead up.
Well, then that's very recent because that just came out within like 5 years.
Yeah.
It came out in 2020.
The reason I jumped on it is because you said Nicolas Cage, and they quote that movie
Color Out of Space.
Yeah. That he's in. So
I think that one's been adapted more than any other Lovecraft.
But yeah, you would really like it. But that's what I've been listening to dramatically. I also found a gajillion pictures of you that I need to send to you.
Of me?
Of you.
Why? Where?
Some of them from Lee's collection. Some of them you probably have. But
did Lee leave his photographs to you?
Not all of them, but some of them. But yeah, so that's you.
Yeah, send them to me.
So yeah.
Lovecraft died in 1937. Robert Bloch was born in 1917. So he was only 20 when Lovecraft died. So he was a kid when they were corresponding. Or at least a teenager.
Yeah.
But I knew he was a tie to him. And when I met him, I didn't have a chance to talk to him, or I would have asked him about it. I didn't really have a chance to talk to a lot of them. I just, kind of meet and greet kind of thing, or ran into them in an elevator. Because I saw Robert Bloch, Richard Matheson, William Nolan, at least twice at 2 different conventions, and Harlan Ellison. And Harlan really is the only one I talked to. I would say the others were just, hey, very nice to meet you kind of thing. I don't remember talking to Richard Matheson really, as far as conversation. But I had multiple conversations with Harlan Ellison. One of them involving a bathroom.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, it's funny. But no, that Mike Flanagan thing is great. I can't wait to see
Okay.
who else he has on it. One of them, I'm going to get them mixed up. I think it's and her name is pronounced Karen, not Karen. Karen Kusama, who did The Invitation. I was really looking forward to it, but to me, they got a little bogged down in the conversation. The Chloe Okuna one, who is the one that directed Watcher with the girl Micah Monroe, or Micah
Mm-hmm.
Monroe, I think it's how you say it. That one's great. And the one with the guy that did Pig is great. Yeah, I highly recommend it, but it can take a while to catch up. There's only like 10 or 15 episodes, but one of each of those episodes is 2 hours because it's the entire length of a movie. The other ones are like
Okay.
45. And the reason Act 3 is only on there twice is they moved it to Patreon. So now you have to subscribe on Patreon to get the third act.
Okay.
But honestly, I don't think you need it because you listen to the first one, which is an introduction and a history, and then you listen to them talk during the movie. And by the time they get through with the movie, you can tell they're getting tired because he records all these in one day and then splits them up.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he may have made an exception for one or two, but it seems to me like he records them all in one session. And I think the Lee Whannell still may be my favorite. Hearing him talk about upcoming Wolfman and talk about Invisible Man. So,
Okay.
but I think you would enjoy it, especially from a filmmaking point of view. And they talk
yeah.
about things all the time. Like he's like, "Oh my God, when I made Oculus, that camera is not as good as the camera that's on your phone now." And he's like, if we had had these tools when we were young, we would have been making movies a long time ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look at Soderbergh. He did his past two movies have been made with iPhones.
Yeah.
So
It's wild.
yeah, I will definitely. It's on my list. So
Mhm.
when I
And then,
finish the next 42 hours of Lovecraft, I will.
well, see, that's why I haven't started it because I'm in the middle of 50 hours of the witching hour. I'm
Okay.
about 15 hours in, I think. And I haven't
Yeah,
been,
I'll download a novel or something. And it'll be like 7 hours or whatever. And then I downloaded this illustrated, this Essential Lovecraft. It's like 48 hours. I was like,
Mhm.
Jesus Christ.
That's why when I used to join Audible, I would always get the Stephen King books because they were huge and long. And I
Yeah.
have a huge Stephen King collection on audio now. But the more recent the production, the better. For instance, when I was in a vehicle all the time, every day, I was getting stuff on sale or free all the time. And I have like 5 different Lovecraft collections, including complete collections that are 50 hours long or whatever. And they're read by terrible narrators. I mean, terrible. So it's like listening to something you would have got in the library when you were a kid, you know?
Right.
So that's why I was asking you when this Lovecraft thing was recorded, because I'm sure it's much better than any of the ones I have.
Oh my gosh. And my only one of my struggles is that they don't identify themselves, the narrators. They just go into the story, whatever it is, and it's different accents, different genders. It's really good. So far, every reader has been great.
Are they actors? I mean, do they list the actors on the main page or whatever? Or is it
I don't
maybe it's
think
just
so.
unknown people?
No, because it was pretty.
Or did you
Um,
recognize a voice?
there were a couple that I semi
That's
recognized, but I
Jack
couldn't
Nicholson.
place them. Yeah.
I don't think he's ever recorded a book, but
But he should.
yeah.
Let's see what it says about it. This collection is available only from Audible Selected introductions by Lovecraft editor Leslie Klinger. I don't recognize any of there's no like actors in that you would recognize in the narrators.
So they may just be professional actors that we've not heard of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's probably why they don't, but they should. I mean, they should just credit them. Read by so and
it's
so.
49 chapters. At the Mouth of Madness,
There's
Whisper, Dunwich, Color Out of Space, Dexter Ward, Pickman, of course. I mean, all those are in there. But it starts with like The Tomb, Dagon, Polaris, all of his early short stories.
Mm-hmm.
And I keep, I'll listen to one and go, why hasn't anybody adapted that? Jesus Christ, I don't understand. There's all this good stuff out there, and these people aren't doing it. So.
Yeah. And most of it's probably in public domain now. Or will be. I don't know. Does he have any family? I don't.
Well, it should be.
Did he have kids?
No.
I didn't think so.
And that's interesting. I wonder if he must be in public domain because he doesn't have really an estate, because even during his life, it was mostly fan fiction stuff that he was being published in. He wasn't he didn't really make it as a novelist until after he died, and all his friends got together and said, hey, let's put together HP stuff.
Yes, Lovecraft's individual writings are in the public domain because he died over 70 years ago. However, some elements of mythos, which was a shared creation with other writers, are not yet in the public domain.
Yeah, but see, and it's really interesting. You would like it just to hear that first like 38-minute thing about his history and how the mythos was developed, which really wasn't developed by him. His friends came to him and said, why don't you do this? And he was like, maybe. And then they started putting it together. So it's very interesting.
Yeah, I'm going to listen to it. I'm kind of wanting to finish up with the witches and maybe even the vampires first.
Mm-hmm.
I am getting text messages. Sorry.
I got a new one. I saw an advertisement. I probably will download it and get it to King's novel. I guess it's a short story collection. Something about the dark.
Yeah.
So you like the dark.
So you like darkness or something. Yeah, I've read it. It's great.
Is it? Is it short stories?
It is short stories, but there's 3 novellas, and those are the best. And one of them is a sequel to Cujo. Kinda.
Okay.
It features one of the characters from Cujo in the modern day. So he's an old man now.
Okay.
Yeah. It's great. It's probably my favorite. There's also, he writes a lot set in Florida now since he lives down there half the time. And there's a great one about, I think it's about an alligator. Yeah, it's great. And then there's another one about a ghost of a child that's great. And I think those are the 3 long ones.
Okay.
And then he's got some other ones. But, Flanagan's adapted the novella Life of Chuck, which should be hitting theaters soon, I would think.
I saw it the other day, January. It's like either late January, early February.
That's funny. I think that he might have released The Shining. I mean, Dr. Sleep around
Sleep. Yeah.
I can't remember. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Have you seen Wicked?
Have I seen Wicked the movie? No.
Yeah.
I
have not either because I don't know that much about it. I read the book originally, but I don't know the musical at all. And everybody that I hear talk about it in podcast land is just raving about it.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like,
marvelous.
3 hours for the first act? That's crazy. And then both these people were saying that, and then one of them saw it, and he said there is no way they could have kept going. They had to end it there. He said the ending, the last 2 minutes you'll likely see a standing ovation and applause in your theater.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's the ending of Act 1. I mean, it's defying gravity. It is one of the best, musical theater pieces ever.
Yeah. So
I saw an interview with Schwartz.
And he said, you have to see it on a big screen. He said, you cannot see it on a small screen. I was like, I don't really want to go sit in a theater with COVID for 3 hours.
I remember seeing, it was either a TikTok or a reel or something, but it was a cut up interview with Schwartz, the guy that did the music, And the opening refrain is Somewhere Over the Rainbow, just in a different tempo.
Okay.
It's the same notes, just played at a different rhythm.
Hmm.
And you hear it, and once you hear it, you can't unhear it. You go, oh my God, that is it. But he said, I will probably go down in history as being remembered for those last 4 notes in Defying Gravity. That, he said, that's what I'll be known for in my musical legacy.
That's funny. It's funny
But
you're
yeah,
talking about earworms.
It looks amazing. It
Yeah,
does.
I've got Notorious stuck in my head from Duran Duran because of those little girls dancing in Donnie Darko. Notorious.
What were
It's
they?
been in my head for days.
The Silver Blossoms or something, whatever they were. The silver, whatever.
Sparkle Motion.
Sparkle Motion. Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
I don't believe that you are committed to the dream of Sparkle Motion. I can't remember what it is Beth Grant says, but she is one of my favorite actresses, and I love her in that part. We'll get back to that.
We will.
Notorious.
3, 2,
1.
And I can't do X today because I haven't watched the last one yet.
Oh, well, that sucks.
I know. I was ready to because I liked Wet Mind Wet.
Wet Wired.
Wet Wired. I liked it a lot, and I didn't remember it. So
it's good, and I actually kind of like the season finale a lot too. The reason is that it's a little less over the top of prior season finales. It's got hooks and stuff, but it's not like, oh my God, Mulder's in an explosion or whatever, you know.
Mulder's blown up in a train car.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And it's also got Roy Thins in it, so that's great too.
Well, as long as this one doesn't have a train car, I'll be happy, since the last 2 have had some kind of train car. Right?
It doesn't, but it may take place at a train track. I think actually it may be just warehouses. You know, it's not like what you think though. It's like, I want to say it's like it's definitely outdoors and like in the dark, and it's like it's open. It's not confined.
But wasn't season 1 I'm blown up at the Navajo reservation with the aliens in the boxcar, the buried boxcar, and then last season 2 was I'm in a train with a guy who has
lots of trains,
has an alien autopsy surgical suite sort of thing.
You're right, you're absolutely right.
So
no, this one
I'm expecting a train.
This one ties, well, it doesn't really tie the black oil in, but it's got one of the characters in black. It's just and then Wet Wired also had the lone gunman and the cigarette smoking man. So you're starting, even though Wet Wired is the next to last episode, it's not really a mythology episode. So, and then, you know what I'm saying? And then you've got this one, which is a mythology episode, and it's a little less sensational. So I kind of liked it. It's a good way to go out with season 3, I think. I went back and watched the Sergio Leone trilogy.
Really? Yeah. I think you mentioned you were watching it or had started it or whatever.
I don't know. I recorded it. I had not watched it because I watched them pretty much since the last time we've talked.
Okay.
And I just did not realize, well, first of all, I had not seen The Good, Bad, and the Ugly in so long, and I forgot how beautiful that film is. It is just gorgeous. But I also did not know that that's what made Clint Eastwood a movie star.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, he was a TV star already and frustrated. So he took like $15,000 and went to Italy. I mean, his pay for that first movie, A Fistful of Dollars, was $15,000, which was low.
It was a great character to take. I mean, and it was that time when that to me is a huge key for Mad Max. That silent character who comes into town and cleans up stuff. And
it's
you don't know
a remake
really
of Yojimbo.
Yeah.
It's a shameless remake of Yojimbo.
Well, wait, hang on. I got a trap cat. I'll be right back.
All right, sure.
But yeah, Joe prompted me the other day. He texted me out of the blue and he goes, "Hey, when's the last time you sat down and watched The Searchers?" And I went, probably 30, 35 years, 40 years, something like that.
I watched it last year.
And he said, I think you should watch it again because this movie is just amazingly structured and beautiful. And I went, yeah, I think I will. So I haven't done it yet, but I will.
It's John Ford, and it's at his peak. It's great. I watched it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I watched it while I was recuperating, so it may have been this year.
Well, and my daughter-in-law is, loves John Wayne, always has, for Christmas after Christmas, we would buy her John Wayne paraphernalia or John Wayne DVDs or, whatever. And that's her favorite John Wayne movie.
Well, it's regarded as one of his best. I also like The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance a lot.
Yep.
But then again, my favorite John Wayne movie is The Quiet Man, and it's not even a Western.
See, my favorite John Wayne is Rio Bravo.
Okay.
Just because
is that with Dean Martin?
Yeah. Yeah. It's him, Dean Martin, Strother Martin.
Yeah.
Not Strother Martin.
Victor McClellan.
No, from Petticoat Junction, the grandpa. I can't remember right now. But anyway, he's in it. He's really good.
Well, anyway, so Clint Eastwood took that $15,000, went to Italy, made this movie. It made tons of money, and it was not released in the United States. Then did a sequel. It was very much like Ty West. Did a sequel the next year, a few dollars more. Did another sequel the next year. Actually, they're not sequels. Contrary to what you were saying, he plays different characters in each movie. But he's called The Man with No Name, even though he clearly has a name in all three movies or is referred to by something in all three movies. That's that was a studio ploy to market it or something, because they didn't release all three movies in the U.S. until 1967. They were made in 64, 65, and 66. They didn't come to the States till 67. By then, he was huge. And Leone wanted him to be in Once Upon a Time in the West, and he said no, because they had a fight during the reshoots for The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. And he cast Charles Bronson instead, who he originally wanted for A Fistful of Dollars. So it kind of comes full circle. But I mean, the Ennio Morricone shit, I mean, I have gone around this house for days with that song from Good, the Bad, and the Ugly in my head. It just will not stop.
It's great.
So good. So good. I was just like blown away. And I'm not a big Clint Eastwood fan. That's why I haven't gone back and watched these movies. And now I'm like, should I go back and watch the Dirty Harry movies maybe? I don't know.
Watch Outlaw Josie Wales.
Well, I was going to go to
I think
Hang 'em High next.
Hang 'em High is not bad, but
it was the one he did the following year without Leone. So I was curious. So I'm thinking, and I think one of them is a sequel, because I think High Plains Drifter is a sequel. Doesn't he play a ghost in like two different movies? He definitely plays a ghost in one movie. But anyway, so I've been on a Western kick here lately. Leone in particular.
I watched Oppenheimer.
Oh. And?
I liked it. I really liked it.
I've heard it's great.
It is probably Christopher Nolan's best movie.
Wow. That's high praise.
Well, no, because everybody says his best movie is Interstellar, and it sucks.
Oh, I would have thought the Joker one, The Dark Knight, was.
I think this is much grander than Dark Knight, but it's still an intense character study and brilliantly acted. I mean, Cillian Murphy is just, he blew it away. And everybody in it is great. Robert Downey Jr. is so anti-Tony Stark in it. It is great.
Okay.
He is such a good character. It's worth it. But it's a long watch, and it is slow.
Well, so is The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. It's 3 hours.
Yep. Well, this is 3:10, I think, for Oppenheimer, but it's so prophetic and so prophetic right now with everything that's happening with government intervention and, you know, Red Scare and turn in your friends and all this. So 3, 2,
1.
You can't start the car. Johnny has the keys.